Aloha, shaka bra. Today's surf lesson is sponsored by Rad Dad. No, just kidding. It's definitely not a surf lesson today. Thank you for joining me. I'm Roger with Rad Dad Toolbox. Today we're going to be doing something very helpful, very useful that will save you some money and give you a skill. Saving money is always a good thing because then you can spend it on trips and retirement and savings and mutual funds and cars and all the other things you need. So quit wasting money and save some money by learning how to do it yourself. So today we're going to be checking and or changing an air filter on a BMW X5 2015. This would apply pretty much from about 2008 on, very similar type of air filters on those. So this will be a way to show you exactly how to do it, why you do it, and then how to save the most amount of money while you're doing this. So that's what it's all about, is value, getting the most for your dollar and not wasting money. So let's go ahead and, by the way, before we move forward, if you haven't checked out my other videos, make sure you take some time to do so. It's all kinds of fun fix-it videos and how-to videos and car videos and engine videos, but some of the videos that you may want to check out is how to shave like a boss, how to fix your iPhone in less than 5 minutes when those speakers aren't working, how to change oil, lots of helpful, useful, everyday stuff, even how to change wipers if you've never done that. So check out my other videos, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd ask you consider subscribing today and also pound the like button. That really helps the YouTube algorithm. So thank you for joining me, and maybe we'll have a surf lesson sometime, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, today we're going to be changing checking and changing, I should say, the air filter on a 2015 BMW X5 6-cylinder 3-liter motor called the 35i. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. Little dirty under the hood. I'm kind of embarrassed, but we need to rinse that off sometime. But today we're going to be talking about how to check and or replace the air filter. The air filter on a BMW is right here where it says BMW. Go figure. I'm going to put some gloves on and we're going to dig in. Okay, today I'm going to be using these handy dandy black nitrile gloves, so even though I'm in my fancy Hawaiian shirt feeling festive today, I can stay clean. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we're going to be using a drill driver. This is just a Bauer that I got at Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. I've got on here just a little Torx head. You're going to need a little Torx head to remove those screws all the way around the air filter housing. So we're going to go ahead and get started on that. Those back ones look like we're going to have to do them manually because we can't get in there, and you can do that with a screwdriver and a Torx tip. You don't need a power driver necessarily, but you will need the right Torx. Okay, so here we go. Slicker and slick when you can do it with the driver. See if I can get that one. Oh, I got the back one, so that's pretty handy dandy. Okay, let's go ahead and take that cover off. Okay, I've cracked that housing open. I'm going to tilt it forward here just a little bit so you can see this a little better. And you can see the edges of the air filter. Let's see what it looks like. We'll go ahead and pull it out here. Ooh, not looking good so far. Looking kind of dirty and dusty. Probably has not been replaced for a while. Okay, here's the manual version. You just pound that out, and there is a ton of dirt here. Okay, we're getting most of it out now. Now you see all that dirt there? That is a lot of dirt. We're gonna go, now let's see what it looks like. Did it change the color? Didn't really change the color much, but we did get a lot of the dirt out. So now we're gonna go one step further and show you what it does with compressed air. Say hello to my little friend. Okay, this is my compressor here, and this is what I'm going to use to blow out that air filter and see if we can't get any more life out of it all. And let's see how much better we can get it clean with this little nozzle and some compressed air. All right, this is gonna get noisy here in just a minute, but I'm gonna go ahead and blow this out. You wanna blow to the side, not down into it, so that we don't suck dirt down into the motor. So I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna spread it out. And, oops, sorry. Okay, let's see how clean we can get this thing. We'll kind of do another before and after shot here in just a second, but let's go ahead here. Blow away from it, not down into it. I'm gonna get down here on the ground. I don't know if you can even see me, but you can kind of get a feel. And it's really cleaning it pretty good, actually. You can see a marked difference. All right, you can hear my compressor in the background, and I don't know if this is really picking this up or not, but it is markedly cleaner. In fact, there's no bugs, there's no dirt in between, and frankly, this is the way you can extend the life on your air filter. If you have access to a compressor or even really good canned air, and I'll pop up a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. Canned air can be purchased at your Staples, Office Max, Walmart, wherever you want to get it, but yeah, that looks a lot better. And I would be tempted to go ahead and keep using this air filter because I'm such a practical guy. I like to save money. However, I'm going to go ahead and replace this, hopefully. All right, so another really good thing to do while you have the housing, the air filter housing off or up, it's a good thing just to vacuum out any residual dirt in the air filter housing itself. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go ahead and pop that filter back in. I'll just slide it over carefully, make sure all the seals are down like that. And then you simply is the relative term, right? Line up those screw holes. And we'll see if we can get one started here. Okay, they're lined up, so we'll go ahead and tighten them down. We don't want to tighten these too tight because they are plastic. So it goes pretty quick if you've got a driver. In fact, you can set the clutch on your driver to where it'll slip before it strips anything. Slip before you strip. And I've actually got it set a little too tight. And that's it. Okay, now that we've got that all buttoned up, and I want you to notice too, by the way, to take it off was all of maybe a minute, and to put it back on, it's kind of the same. One of the key things you want to remember is that filter, if you remember what it looks like, shaped like that, it's square or rectangular, that the seal is all the way down on all sides. We don't want any air coming in from the sides, which will allow dirt into the motor and destroy this very expensive twin turbo BMW motor that you would never want to pay for. So anyway, it's all buttoned up now. Let's go ahead and shut the hood. Okay, we're gonna pop in this new one real quick. Just real quick, you can see the before and after. Actually, I'm gonna get it the right shape there. The before and after there. So one very clean, one cleaned, but a lot of use. So we're gonna go ahead and pop in the new one real quick. All right, we're gonna button down that last screw, and I did adjust the clutch so it doesn't strip it. You can hear it when it slips. Okay, and last but not least, I like to put a little sticker on, air filter 119K or 119,000, and I like to stick that on the air filter so I know and remember when I did it last. So just use your handy dandy label maker, and you can remember exactly when you serviced it last. So, okay, we're all done with checking the air filter. We cleaned the air filter, we pounded the air filter, and we even used compressed air to get all the rest of the dirt that we could possibly get out of there. And it's a great way to extend the life. Now, when you're changing an air filter, you probably want to go about 2 oil changes before you check it or change it. I know a lot of dealerships, a lot of oil change places, they're going to be pushing on you to replace it almost every time, and usually it just has a light coat of dust on it, and you can literally pound it out yourself and save yourself a ton of money. Also, when you go to an oil change place, they're going to charge you horrendous dollars for those air filters that you could pick up down at your local parts store or Walmart. In a BMW, sometimes you can't get everything at Walmart, but they're going to charge literally 4, 5, 6, 7 times more. And I always say, save the money, spend 5 minutes, teach yourself something, a skill that you can actually use, and use that money for something useful and helpful. Now, I do want to talk just briefly about why the air filter is so important. When an engine runs, it burns fuel and it breathes air, or takes in air. And if that air gets dirty, or if the air filter gets clogged, it's kind of like you being strangled for air. You can't breathe. You obviously couldn't run a marathon that way. You couldn't run. You couldn't do anything, and your performance would go way down. And it's the same thing with a motor. In fact, it's getting all the fuel with a clogged air filter, but the air is not allowing it to burn efficiently. So it's really important that you keep your air filter clean. The other reason you want to keep your air filter clean is those little particulate pieces of dirt and debris from the road and all kinds of things like that will actually work their way in the motor, into the combustion chamber, if you let it get too dirty. And that just shortens the life of your car, shortens the life of your engine. The most expensive component on that BMW is the engine, and you don't want those little particles of dirt scratching on the sides of the bore and the piston as it goes up and down, because it just causes premature wear. So an air filter is really important. It's something simple you can do in less than 5 minutes yourself. And it's, as you can see, when you put the air filter back in, it's super easy to button up yourself. Now, this air filter, I'm going to go ahead and replace with a new one, just to kind of time stamp when I purchased it, and then I'll kind of watch it every 2, maybe even 3 oil changes before I clean it or consider changing it again. So I hope you found this video really helpful today. Comment below if it helped you, and I will try to answer every single comment. And make sure, by the way, you check out my other videos. Lots of helpful tips, from everything from fixing an iPhone to changing oil on a car to learning how to shave like a boss, all kinds of fun stuff. Check out my other videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, please pound that subscribe button. And if you haven't rang the bell or hit the like button today, hit both. Hit the like, which helps the algorithm with YouTube, and hit the bell so you can be notified of every new video I put out. Again, thanks for joining Rad Dad Toolbox today, and hopefully this is helpful and you can save some money. And the question always is, can you do it? Abso-flippin'-lutely. Until next time.